following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Of course! Of course!
Muffy. That must be important.
Absolutely, Muffy.
Yeah, that's the type of voice you would have heard. There'd be a cacophony of just random stuff, and then you would have just heard, of course, Muffy.
This is going to be ever so wonderful, Jizz Mine.
Oh my god!
That was a real name.
Yeah. It cannot be true.
It is.
To be fair, I've only heard it in that serial drama. I've never heard it anywhere else. But they used it without... They were completely serious.
I'm fairly sure Jizz wasn't a word for that back then.
I will look into the origins of the word jizz.
It all started from the Jizz musician.
This Lisa guy.
Sorry, it was the Jizz singer.
The Jizz.
We don't know what the jizz is all about.
Which is why they need Dr. Zolo's sex pickle.
Don't try and make me now.
Fuck, that'd be funny. You've already paid for a side kill of the
Oh. If Dr. Zalo had a different name to Zalo, maybe that should have been the alias I used.
Why, hello there, people. Is your pickle a little bit
The
soft?
soul of
You
the
need
divine.
the stiffening
Someone's gonna
Dr.
fly.
Zolo's.
Put some slaughter in your larder.
We need a doctor here. I'm a doctor and a racer.
He's a racist.
Well, that's everyone else.
He races.
I would snap a couple shots of the Philosophy Temple as well. And if they have any, like, door security, I'll be like, I'll take a photo of that part of the ship. But then I can have a look at what their security dudes are like or something like that.
Door security.
If they, where we're going to be boarding, if they have dudes.
They do have dudes, yeah.
Please tell me you're at least doing it in, like, selfie format.
No, I'll take a photo of the ship. It's me with the ship. I'll show my gross turbid assistant friends this cool ship.
Selfie is such a female thing. Like, men take photograph of thing, here's picture of thing. Women take photograph of thing, here's thing, also woman.
They're also narcissists.
Yeah, true, but I mean, if you're trying to include the door guards, but not, like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they'll be wearing their little uniforms with their little button hats.
Who knows what deadly weapons hide underneath those button hats? Could be rocket pods.
Drum mags.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the band has a drum that turns into a drum mag. Low gain. I suppose you could do a spot check to see if you see these chuckle fucks.
Don't care.
Okay.
Cranston Lamont isn't looking for anyone.
Okay. So yeah, are you joining the line or?
Yes. I mean, I probably wasn't here before any of them.
You were there before any of them, but yeah.
So really the line is where it forms around me.
And the other people who got here before
As
you.
the centre of the universe, Cranston Lamont. So different from
Well,
Logan.
considering you got there early and you probably joined the line earlier than them, like 20 minutes will pass and then you eventually find yourself at the front of the queue, up the boarding ramp, and there is concierge the right word? The important person with the guest list, and two bodyguards. I believe that is the term, though. The concierge, if I am using that term correctly, is an Asari. The bodyguards are actually Turians, by the look of it.
Of course they are.
Hello. Name?
Lamont. Grunston Lamont.
Business card?
No, my ticket.
Oh, your ticket. Of course, Let's see. JoJo's reference. So let me look that up.
Everything is.
12:15. Clicks her fingers, and then a porter, who was in a sari, with a very short skirt and low-cut little uniform, comes over and offers to take your bag.
But of course,
Doesn't say anything, just nods.
proper woman.
Yeah, so when she asks to take your bag, she just sort of gesture without saying anything, and then she will actually speak and say, "Follow me, please." About face, and then she will lead you to. Yes, you get to enjoy the view. And she leads you, to an elevator, and then
No stairs for Cranston Lamont.
No,
Stairs are for peasant Solos.
you press
Useless elevator?
Yeah, this is weird.
And illegal, unconstitutional.
Tell you all your specials for the day, wouldn't they?
How'd you like it if you didn't get a newspaper in Coldrock? You'd be fit to be tied. Like I remember that time it happened. You had this exact same thing. This is unjust. Spiro!
Get it? What?
Get him.
Remember that time you started hopping around in time? How many newspapers you got? Fuck you all.
Yeah.
Okay. Look, you guy who plays me but is running this game. I decree that you shall, as a punishment, not get any women, and I shall get them instead.
This sounds very self-serving.
The king serves no one.
God, we didn't even get met by a flamboyant, weird radio disc jockey.
Oh, for winning a competition style thing, that kind of thing. Welcome to the Floston Temple, she says as you start heading up. If there's anything you need, feel free to contact us on this. It immediately just sends you an extranet, or like an address through the extranet.
Anything,
Of course, anything we can provide for you, Mr. Lamont.
I'll keep that in mind.
The dining room and restaurants are always open. There may be periodic shows at our what are they called? At the Palladium Main Lounge.
And the games rooms.
Of course, always open to men of your stature. There are also
No short asses. Good.
Of course, if I'm sure you won't have any problems affording the highest stakes section if you wish.
Yes. Well, that is rather the point, isn't it?
There is a pool on the upper deck. Several pools, in fact.
And if I prefer
Another room.
billiards?
Billiards.
Yes.
I'm not familiar with that.
I suppose it can't have everything then.
Is it a Turian thing?
Yes.
He's claimed billions.
Oh, there is, however, mini golf apparently on the very top.
Mini golf? They've got a mini golf! Yes! Something totally classless. Incredible.
Actual fucking mini putt golf course on this thing.
Yep.
Yes.
Hell, there's probably a driving range where you smack them out into space.
They still have a guy out there trying to get the balls back.
Why?
No, because then you have
Why
to
don't
start
I
it
have
like-
maps? You
have
had
to
all
start
week
it
to
like
give
a
them to me,
flight,
but
like,
no.
How far away is that PX?
This is favoritism and I'm
Several
punishing
million
Sulan.
miles, and you go, it's got to be some kind of a record.
And Kasumi.
Double punishment.
Just in case I get some sophistry about, well, I'm not really doing it.
It's true.
I know what I do.
Paladins.
Okay, punishments for everyone.
And I'm sure it's tip of the iceberg, but here's she pulls something out from like a pocket. 100 credits of chips for the casino.
Ah, that'll do.
Complimentary of the house.
How cute.
Never seen 100.
Oh, you bitch.
I mean, the mod wouldn't have seen 100.
Kittens.
How much even is a banana these days?
Elevator goes ding, doors open up.
And there's just two big Krogans there being like, "Oh, we gotta capture the place and get our weird guns."
She gives like a little gesture. That's and then goes out ahead of you just because you've got to follow her. But she's and then leads you to your room.
Nice. I remember where my room is.
So, that's the lowest floor, is it? Is it done that way, is it?
Okay, so what I have said is happening is that there is one more floor below that because
But
I
it's-
got this before I wanted to make the JoJo's reference, and for there to be a room 912, there has to be another
Another floor.
deck below. So I'm saying there's another deck below. Which
Is
is
it?
laid
Just
out the
an
same.
direct
even
copy of that
lower
one.
deck.
Alright.
That is direct
Completely
copy of
in.
the one on the very left, but it's just got
Just one room in it.
I
And
noticed
a
for
bunch
some
of
reason-
sewage treatment
I
system.
noticed for some reason, like 10 is actually where is it? Somewhere else. Yeah, 10 is actually on the the 1,000 rooms, whatever the 1001, 1002, etc. are. For some reason, on one of the upper decks, there's a small amount of them, so it'd be like 7, 8, 9. The room starting with 7, 8, 9 would be on the below deck, replacing 11, 12, and 13.
I mean, there's only one person all of this dialogue you're saying is for. The
Yeah,
one
so
person
that's all.
blessed and given a map to.
I've got a map here.
Right, can't read that.
So yes, you. She opens the door for you. Then gives you a little key card. This is for you. She takes your stuff inside. Where would you like me to put this, Mr. Lamont?
Just on the bed.
She smirks and then goes over to the bed and okay, there. So she places the suitcase on your bed, turns around and stands before you in this sort of little meek pose. It's like, is there anything else I can do for you, sir?
What time is dinner usually scheduled for?
Dinner is usually scheduled for, it would be, it's a 25-hour day in Ilium time. I know that you're not going to be on Ilium, but they'll judge it by that. So, 1800 Ilium Standard Time.
Thank you.
Of course. Anything else?
No, that'll be all.
Thank you, sir. Do not hesitate to ring if you need anything. You bow and sway her way out. Close the double doors
I
behind you.
immediately start 3 complete checks, no matter what results I get, for bugs, listening devices, cameras, etc.
Okay.
That's probably not going to pass, but that's alright. Because I'm going to do 2 more.
34.
29.
You don't find any buttons or listening devices.
Wait, keep flashing. 35.
You do not find any buttons or listening devices.
40.
1.
You don't find any bugs or listening devices.
No, she didn't say anything about cameras.
Say anything about
I
it.
You
Did you? Oh.
I absolutely did.
Doors
I
behind
immediately
you.
start 3 complete checks, no matter what results I get, for bugs, listening devices, cameras, etc.
Okay.
For bugs, listening devices, cameras, etc.
Okay. Well, you don't find any hidden cameras. There's an actual straight up obvious one up in the top corner of the room. But it is currently inactive and is tied to there's a control panel with a screen, and it's tied into that, and it allows you as the owner of the room to activate or deactivate that on your own.
Photograph room from camera's point of view. Fabricate a little device that will allow me to print the image onto a plate.
Okay.
Hook the plate with also fabricated little things onto the camera.
Okay.
Now it doesn't matter.
Sure.
Alright. Now I'm going to start setting traps.
Okay.
Come back to me, I want to think about what those are.
Oh, okay. Rosa, I suppose you would technically be the next. Tiala right behind you. You approach the end of the line. Concierge is there, it's like, name?
Oh, Penelope Goldstein. I have luggage and an assistant.
Your assistant's name?
I have your ticket. Ozima T.
Of course.
Trevor.
Another similar.
It's
Sorry.
like a sorry or all the same or something.
It's a carbon copy. They have
I
the
mean,
same
your
matriarch.
one's slightly taller, but slightly different, skin color and everything. But it's
Oh, you got the
wearing-
chase variant.
Wearing the same, well, not exact same uniform, but same style. May I take your bags?
Yes. Hold my bag.
Sorry, sweetie, it's a little large.
Glows blue, picks it up.
It's so fabulous, and people can do that. Oh,
You
sorry.
people!
You know, because
I forgot to also ask you when Logan went through. What do you have any weapons on you? Because those would have beat as the.
Nothing that scans as a weapon.
Okay.
I mean, I do have, in my case, is the I can get guns through customs box with a gun in it.
You mean the toolbox?
Yeah, it's a maintenance kit inside my Amali Council outer box.
Amali Council.
Amali Council.
We're not agreed to cult at all.
Do Rosa or Tiala have any weapons of any kind? No.
Nope.
Okay, so that won't set off, and you are led to your room. Which, funny
that
enough-
said, are they scanning for any illicit
Yeah.
substances?
Because
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
What
good.
substances do you have?
Red sand, drugs.
A to
alcohol.
B, A through Z.
Just read out drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll get through the initial arch fine, and then there'll be a scanner that goes across you, and then that will go.
Oh, what a ghastly
God, it's a
sound.
Doc Matrix printer.
Of course, it would be the humans.
One of the there's a Turian who walks up with a gun. He doesn't like bring it up or anything. He just holds it there still. Excuse me, ma'am. You appear to have illegal substances on you.
Please, it's not a cruise without illicit substances. Just take out or keep for yourself anything that's not allowed on. What?
Takes the bag, opens it up, goes through.
Trunk.
Starts, yeah.
And he's in for it.
Yeah.
Costumes, toys.
Toys, more toys.
Well, these aren't illegal, he says.
Well, the toys.
Yeah, the toys aren't illegal. Except for this one. This one is classified as a weapon.
I can kind of see it. What? They're just.
Clink, clink, dunk.
Oh, I was looking forward to trying that one.
Let's try this again. Waves a hand scanner over it.
You scan her.
Oh, yeah, this. That. Oh, this in the top. Scans Rosa. Or Penelope, we should say. Excuse me, ma'am, you've got several substances in your pocket.
Negative. If I have any substances on me, they're in me. There is nothing. I don't even. Do I have pockets? It's a very nice dress, and she's wearing a jacket.
Yeah.
There are
He
pockets.
reaches into an inside pocket and pulls out like a baggie or something.
No,
Oh, you
nothing
didn't do
on
that?
her person. It's
Okay.
all-
Okay, well, we'll call that then. He doesn't. Okay. It's like, okay.
They detect samples on you. No, you detect samples in me.
That's fine. Those should hopefully dissipate by the time we've left Dillian. Or at least before we've arrived anywhere else.
Because we asked where are we going.
I was specifically guaranteed that these would not dissipate. That's why I brought Hunter brand drugs.
Closes up the bag.
Yeah.
Tries to make it, like, repack it as best he can.
I don't know. I feel we haven't even left Iliad yet, so this just seems.
It was clearly in the terms and conditions document. Everybody was sent one now. I'm sure you read over it.
Yes.
Any substances that are illegal in Citadel space cannot be brought on board.
Turns to look at assistant. Yes, I'm sure I did.
Just sort of buzzing the air.
Closes up the case. Hands it back to the bellhop. They should be good now. You're free to go.
You heard him, the man. We're free to go.
Oh, other ship, please.
First day.
It's your first day.
Yes.
Goes over to the elevator. Presses the button. Gets Welcome to the Flotsam Temple. If there's any services that we can provide for you, please feel free to ask.
All night long. All night long. All
You
night.
know what I was going to ask?
You have access to the dining room and casinos at all times and any other recreational facilities. There are periodic shows that take place. And I forgot what it's called again.
And there are periodic tables.
Palladium Main Lounge.
Palladium's
There's
on
a
there.
pool and other facilities available on the top deck. Is there anything you wish for us to provide you at this time?
Women.
Do you have any massage services?
Of course we do. We can get a masseur sent straight to your room.
Perfect.
Of course.
I
would you
think
like to
someone has a lot of stress they need to work off.
Oh.
Boing, boing, boing.
I can order one for you right away. Pulls out the Omnitool and starts. Valika will be with you shortly.
Right. Excellent. And like, thanks for welcoming us to the.
Okay, we got all the drugs out.
Party my place tonight.
Oh yeah, you know those Tyrians using those drugs.
Yeah.
Everybody's having fun because it's party time.
Say, is there a rabid dog on this boat?
It's a big boat. Chances are yes.
Thankfully, I now appreciate that reference.
You're welcome.
The elevator door opens. She makes a little gesture indicating she's going to get out ahead of you, and then does and leads you to your room, which is, I believe, right next to Logain's. Or right near it, actually. Let's have a look. Actually, no, he's 12:15, you're 12:12.
I believe you're staying with Abdul.
Oh, I wondered whether that was the Polnareff room.
Oh no,
He's
we
got
all
the-
know who got Polareff's room.
The guy who needed a whole extra floor of the ship to exist to get his room.
12:12 is there. And Logain's
Directly across.
Have to be Polnareff.
15, yeah.
Of all people.
Because you're the one who needs love.
Oh
the
yeah,
most.
on the other, the opposite side, basically. Yeah.
The most crippleable links.
Yeah, I knew something was up with that character when not a single action figure you can get of him doesn't come with a wheelchair. It's like, what the fuck happens to him? Oh shit.
I
Spoilers.
still don't know.
Yeah, still don't know.
Probably the best fake out in history.
She opens the door for you and then turns around to give you a little chit. And it's like she's not sure which one to give it to. She looks between you.
Oh, thank you, sweetie. It's for the den of illicit activity. Ooh.
They have one of those? I'm getting one.
She goes inside and she's like, "Where would you like your bags?"
Oh, just anywhere there for me, sweetie. Preferably close to the big bed, because you're all strong and can carry that because of
Violence.
sorriness.
Because of the force.
She goes over and puts it on the bed and then turns around and is like, "Are there any last services that I can provide for you?"
No, I'm good. Thank you. I will enjoy exploring the room in the ship.
Of course. Your masseur should be here soon.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. If you need anything, call me on this. She heads out, waggles her way out, and closes the door behind her.
Are we supposed to tip when they linger like that?
I don't know.
Right.
Wait, is tipping a thing?
Tipping's always a thing.
So Lazalla's going to give her the tip.
But
Just the tip.
I mean, like,
not
Americans,
cheating, that's
Americans
assumed.
like to act as though it's always been a thing, but it's actually comparatively new to their culture. Thanks, Lyndon B. Johnson.
Zalo. It's your turn to get to the front.
Say, don't just let anyone around here.
Zalo have any
So
illicit
they're all
things like that?
riffraff.
No,
He's a good boy.
I'm a good boy. No illicit things, no explosives or
no
weapons,
tech
no
that'll
drugs.
fuck with the.
Other than they might throw an eye at my like small assemblage of tech thing.
Oh, yeah, the symbology.
It's having Zalo to go through the metal detector, then immediately just go, "Okay, fine, I've away," and go on.
Unusual.
I'd be real careful.
It is, because there's
using
metal
a
in your
detector
suit.
near me, it might go off.
Also, when was the last time you touched explosives?
I haven't touched
Not in
explosives
this
in this suit.
Stored explosives.
Not in this suit.
It was stored near explosives.
Oh, I suppose it might have been, but it's been worked on since then, and cleaned at least twice.
Right.
Yeah, so Name?
See, this is the future. We've gone beyond regular police techniques. We've got 6 exits now.
That's so low. Joe Carmack plus Viper.
You have your ticket. Thank you. Confirmed. You get an Asari as well.
You get an Asari!
This one's a pod one.
A pod. Thanks.
You get a really tall one with broad shoulders.
Oh, come on. Why did I get that one?
You would have had a bag.
A small bag, I guess, for a replacement scarf.
So much for Corian's famous pocket
Puts out her
suits.
hand gestures towards the bag.
Oh, sure. Why not?
Takes it and goes in ahead. You don't set off any of the things. Takes you to the elevator.
Get it.
Welcome to the Flotsam Temple. There are many facilities open to you, including the dining hall, casinos, and other recreation areas. There are shows periodically at the Palladium Lounge, and a swimming pool and facilities on the upper decks. If there's anything you require, please feel free to ask me. Flicks you up. Details.
Huh. Not used to this. So I usually get good treatment on ships as a crew.
I'm afraid this one will probably be fairly crowded, but you will be used to that. Is there anything I can provide for you at this time?
Nothing for now. Probably think
I can't
something.
access it here.
There she goes out of here. Leads you to your room.
Room 912.
She opens it and then hands you the key card. Goes in ahead of you. Where would you like your luggage?
Just throw it over there. Whenever the bed, I guess.
She literally throws it over there. That's what she was instructed to do.
Light it for her.
She turns around. She doesn't do the cute little subservient stance. She just turns around and goes, "Is there anything else you would like, sir?"
I'll let you get out of here before. I'm sure you're afraid I'll turn you into an AI or something.
I don't think you can turn people into AIs, but okay.
I don't think it works like that either.
If there's anything you need, feel free to do not hesitate to contact me. He turns around and just walks out the door and then closes it.
We call them zombies.
She's not very feminine compared to the other two.
She was tall. I'm not as scrupulous as Master Logan. I will have to do a check of the room. Bugs, cameras, listening devices. Hey, 12.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But I do have a little wiry boy.
Okay. You don't find anything except for the obvious camera that's linked directly to a control panel that allows you to control when the security camera turns on or off. It's currently off.
And we can tell where, like, are we able to tell if it records to somewhere else on the ship, or like displays to somewhere else on the ship as well, or can it
I don't
be
know,
linked
can
to
you
our
tell
only
that?
tools? That's probably some kind of hacking role or decryption role. Not very good at that either. Six, 18.
There's definitely a source going beyond this room.
Is it just
maybe two? They probably have a central security room somewhere. Maybe it goes there.
that would make sense?
You don't know, but yeah.
I will leave it off. Can we control its motion as well, or is it like static?
You can see what it covers. It does pretty much cover most of the room because it's not a very big room. Like, none of these rooms are that big despite the opulency, because the idea is you pretty much just stay here, but you go everywhere else for your recreation for the most part.
Yeah, and all that's bigger areas.
Can you tell if it's recording when it's not showing that it's recording?
That's the thing.
That's the one you want.
If there's any secret little shenanigans going on, I'm sure Logan will have much better success with his one, especially when I roll numbers that aren't allowed. And then a 6. It's 13.
You can't tell that from here. The only way you'd be able to determine that is if you knew where it was also transmitting to and could find that place.
Right. Like so,
It's currently inactive, but it is like got a, I suppose, like a passive signal going through. Well, sort of, yeah. It's still an active, I suppose, signal technically going through the line to that other place, but it's not. It hasn't triggered the camera on. It's just like a standby.
Oh, we'll leave the camera be.
You would get your masseur would show up. Well, knocks on the door, I should say. So yeah, there's a bing bong around up on the door.
Oh, thank God you're finally here. Look how
I'm
stressed
sorry
she
if I
is.
took too long. Oh, it is for you?
No, it's for you.
Well, if you insist.
She opens up, got a portable massage board, a bit like the one that your girlfriend's mother will carry around with her occasionally.
Yep.
And sets it up. Please remove your clothing.
Wow. I've never been asked quite so forwardly before. Sure thing.
Would you like a towel?
Mm-hmm.
It's too late.
She thinks you disrobe and
And Rosa's just gonna grill her with the. So what's it like working on a ship like this?
it's very interesting. You meet a lot of different people. A lot of them have a lot of money.
I mean, the guests seem really excited, but I mean, the crew members we meet didn't seem too excited. I imagine it's a lot of hard work once the Richies arrive.
A lot of people don't like the start or the end of a journey. Like, if I'm being honest, like a lot of the employees, that is. It's very samey. I mean, the whole job is, everybody has their role, and it is, I suppose, repetitive, but it's more fun and interesting once the journey's begun.
Well, I suppose you can't even get excited about gossiping about who's on board, which rich starlet, which powerful people. I mean, if you were going to try and make a pass at one of those, you might be set for life.
What if they decided to whisk me away with them
Yes.
instead of just me languishing here on this ship?
I mean, everybody must get, start out thinking that I'll meet someone rich and famous. And
There are some of us who specifically get the jobs in hopes of something like that happening.
what about the other way, like people with dark, sordid pasts?
What you mean, are our employees afraid that...
Well, there's got to be some people. If you want somebody to whisk you away, there's obviously someone else that you don't want to be anywhere near.
I mean, I'm sure that happens. Unfortunately, I'm sure there are some of us who don't realise that until it's too late.
these kind of things happen in show business.
I'm sure they do. I've heard stories and read about them. I do read the gossip columns. I'm sorry I have not heard of you, but I don't know a lot of human actors or actresses.
But going well, you should hear more about her after this.
Fame is an ever-rising star, my dear. Ever-rising.
Branching out beyond Earth. Is that why you're here? To make
Hopefully.
contacts with the...
That is the plan. We're hoping to meet up with a couple of contacts on the ship and expose her to the Asari way.
Meanwhile, Rosa's sitting there like, that.
Oh, she's already been somewhat exposed to the Asari way. Sorry. I'll just be quiet and get back to my job.
No, it's fine. She needs to see how some of us are rather friendly and others not so much. Sorry.
Yes.
I can assure you I'm very friendly.
Well, don't just sit there and watch. Make us something from the minibar, or I know you like to watch.
I'll go make something.
Hey, there's a pizzeria.
Ooh,
Can get a big plate of ding dong magoo.
Pick up a goop.
just if you happen to find anyone influential that's hanging around, maybe you could let us know. Extra 500 credits too.
Oh. Oh, wow.
Just gossip going around.
Well, I mean,
we are trying to break into Asari media.
well, I haven't seen her, but I heard rumors that Matriarch Anika was on this trip.
What? Really?
Yeah. I mean, she owns like one of the largest Asari media empires out there.
No, I don't think we could even
Are
get
you-
contacts with her.
Are you kidding? How much play any of my things could get?
How would I explain it, Earth? She could probably own all the media franchises on Earth. All of them. She's out of it. Oh, if we could get even close to her,